Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are fantastic as I am. Well, that's the good thing about Christmas period. I love this time because, man, I don't have to get up very early in the morning to go to work. Having said that, I love my job. Do not get me wrong. It is the best job that you can ever think about. It's the most rewarding job that I have ever done. So, but at least it's just time to spend a bit more with my children and bond with my family without having to think about lesson plans and all of that. So, hey, I hope you are planning to spend considerable good time with your family this time if you are able to. Okay, right. Again, this is another follow-up from my previous videos. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch them. All about how to become how to get a job or how to come into the UK as a teacher to teach in schools here in the UK. So this video, I'm just going to be showing you where you can where you can find teaching jobs to apply for, and of course the teaching job is they've got a minimum threshold salary, which is a good pay. Now, considering what country you're coming from, I'm looking at it from the Nigerian perspective again because I am Nigerian, so I keep mentioning Nigerian and Nigeria. So I'm looking at it from the Nigerian perspective. It is a good starting salary, which is about 21 or 22,000 pounds, I think. Don't quote me. All of this you can find on the internet. That's the good thing about the teaching job. You can find all of this on the internet in regards to the teacher pay scales. And also sometimes it's related to where you live. If you live in London, the pay scale is different. And if you live anywhere else, the pay scale is relatively the same. So I think they've got slightly different scale for London just to cover up the London lifestyle expenses and all of that. So this video, as I said, is just basically showing you and kind of going through where you can find jobs as a teacher. Okay, so there are dedicated sites, and one of these, the first place you can start from as an overseas applicant, is to look through the .gov website. I keep saying the .gov website because that is where you find everything to do with the UK, be it marriage, debt, anything, jobs, school. Well, not really jobs, but any information you need to know about the UK, you can find from the .gov website. But in terms of the teaching jobs, if you go to the .gov website and just type .gov teaching jobs, all of that, it will bring up the section that talks about overseas application and things you need to know. And then there, I'm going to be walking you through this link. Don't worry. So don't worry. I'm going to show you how to go about this. So you can find there is a link there where you see where it says teaching jobs. You can click those and then look through. Another way you can also find teaching jobs is through the county council. Now, if you know where exactly you want to be or you want to live, if you have a family, for instance, if you have a family in, let's say, Oxford, and that's where you want to live, then you have to, if you look through the Oxfordshire County Council website, you are going to see a section that says jobs, and underneath there you click jobs, and then of course teaching jobs and all of that, and you're going to see teaching jobs particular to that area. Now, another overseas good site where you can find jobs for teachers is the TES website. Okay, so the TES website, if you don't know, it's a good site. It's comprehensive, where you can find teaching plans, you can find resources that other teachers have put together and put in there, as well as jobs. So you can find jobs in whatever country it is that you want to apply all over the world. You can find teaching jobs from the TES website. So that's where you can go have a look. Now you can also, if you I wouldn't really say word of mouth, because word of mouth doesn't really work in the UK. You need to, because every job that you need, they advertise it in dedicated places. So have a look in these areas that I have mentioned to see if you can find any jobs for teachers in this area. Now, I don't know about any teaching agencies as well that might do it. So some teaching agencies might, but I don't know of any teaching agency because it's not something that I've used myself, so I don't know. But if you know of any teaching agency, then they might also have some jobs in their websites going where you can apply from. Also, just looking at schools. So if you maybe know someone or a family or friend, and they are aware of schools within them in that area, if they tell you the name of the school, just go to the school's website and look under their job section. You might be able to see a job as well going on there in the school's website. So these are areas where you can go and look for jobs. Now, I know that there are lots of jobs on Indeed and things like that, but quick look and see if we can find teaching jobs on Indeed, as well, .com, because it's a place where you can find a whole lot of jobs. So looking at Indeed, I can't see anything, but I can see go into teaching.education.gov. So that looks like a website that also deal with teaching and jobs. And I can see eTeach. So there's a whole lot of sponsored. Okay, have a look at Indeed. I'm just having a look at Indeed. I can see some jobs as well going on in Indeed. Yeah, I can see some jobs going on in Indeed. So yeah, so that is one place as well that you can look for a job as well. So I can see one for Indeed advertising for a primary teacher. And again, you just need to make sure, have a look that they're employing overseas candidates as well, because I just had a look at this one, and this one is asking for at least 6 months of UK teaching experience, have a qualified teaching QTS teacher qualification, and then of course your reference and all of that. So when you look through all of this, you just need to make sure that the jobs are applying overseas applicants. I'm sure they will say, well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure, well, they will say overseas applicant acceptable or required or something. They will give an indication. If not, just in the job, there might be an email or there might be a phone number. You can just give them a call and find out, oh, is this job can I apply from overseas, and then hear what they have to say. But most than not, the most useful places or the most trustworthy places to go for teaching jobs are, you go through the county council websites, you go through the .gov website, and you also go through the, what was the third one I mentioned, the TES. So TES. So these are places where you can find teaching jobs to apply for. Again, as I said, make sure that they're employing, because a lot of them might not be employing taking overseas applicant at this point in time, maybe because the QTS option hasn't opened yet. But even if the QTS option opens, it's going to take a bit of time before you can apply anyway, because you have to go to the assessment. But as I said, the 4-year exemption rule is on at the moment, so you can go ahead and apply for jobs for using the 4-year exemption rule. So again, if you have any other areas where you can look for job as a teacher that I haven't mentioned in this post, or that I haven't come across yet, please feel free to leave that in the comment section so others can also have a look and go look for a job. So anything that I haven't covered that you think I can add has to do with where to look for a job, feel free to put that underneath. And also as well, I think just make sure that the person is a sponsor if you're coming through the 4-year rule, and maybe the QTS. I don't know if the QTS you need to have a sponsor. I don't know. But this is something that as time goes on, it will become clearer what the requirements are for that in terms of sponsorship. But here, that is all that I have to say for today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.